You think Homicide's gonna be any different?
Yo, at least you got a bad guy.
Yeah, who's that?
Part of what I'm trying to do in this story is taking a genre that we know really well and we think we know really well and turn it on its head.
In a lot of crime shows, it's a case of instant gratification. You have the crime, the police work, the courtroom work, and the verdict all within the space of a programming hour.
What do you got?
Different than say a procedural, because our crime spans throughout the season. In a normal procedural where the next episode you could kind of start over and wipe clean, in this you cannot.
Wrap it up, we're done. Who are you?
I'm Holder from County. Are you Linden? A lot of American cop shows and a lot of American television show the reality as they want it to be. And this show has an ambition to show reality how it is.
Where's the body?
Still looking. School kids on a field trip this morning found this.
More than it being a plot-driven show, we have the luxury of it being character-driven. You get to really spend time with all of the people tied into this case and get to know them, and we get to pace everything down, which makes it more compelling.
Where does the fire road lead to?
The central drama of the show is the murder of a young girl.
Looks like she ran a zigzag through the field, ended up here.
You become invested in the murder because you care about these characters, and I think that's what sets it apart.
6 o'clock, that's the last time you saw your daughter?
Yeah.
As a society, we're fascinated by murder, and in so much television, it's exploited, it's sensationalized, it's produced as a titillating form of entertainment. In this production especially, it's not just the murder of the week.
Councilman, the police are here. It's centered around the lives of people involved in the crime. So whether that's trying to solve the crime, mourning the loss, the tragedy of the crime, or in this political genre that my character's involved in, trying to deal with the implications of the crime.
Not using a family tragedy for a soundbite.
One cause produces an effect. Well, that effect becomes the next cause for the next effect.
We're trying to find actors who embody a very different vibe than from what we usually see as a cliche of cops on television.
Stan, the cops were asking about birthmarks and scars and jewelry and anything they could identify her with.
This show is different from other crime shows because it's simply the depth that we go into the grief of the family. You see it to a certain extent on other shows, but I don't think near as deep as we're going with this.
Too often, families of victims, mothers and siblings and the fathers of people who've been murdered come in on TV for a minute and they cry at the morgue, and then at the end they're smiling because justice was done and the murderer went away, and that's not how it happens.
I'm hoping that families who have lost children or anyone to brutal random murders, that we can do that justice. That's extraordinarily important to me to get it right.
Mrs. Larson, do you have a daughter?
Every crime has an amazing ripple effect on many people, and we don't get that in normal crime drama. In this you do. You see the ripples, the waves of this event.
We'll have to cancel. Missing child takes precedence.
And it's a really beautiful and also a hard thing to watch.
The Larson girl ran in the opposite direction.
So where are they going with fishing poles?
How about telling me the truth?
Stan, you need to get home right now.
I'm looking for Rosie Larson. Each episode ends with a cliffhanger that will lead into the next episode. So there is the suspense element.
The cops are looking for her. She could be in serious trouble, I mean it.
There's always questions. There's always searching for answers.
I don't know, maybe she's not here.
The Killing Season 1 is now available on iTunes. iTunes.com/thekilling. For more exclusive video, go to amctv.com.